They mocked Earth, then humanity released the true fleet. The sky above Earth was quiet, but not for long. In the black emptiness above the planet, ships moved like shadows, sleek and silent. They belonged to the Galactic Alliance, a group of alien civilizations that had explored thousands of star systems. To them, Earth was nothing more than a tiny, backward world, a planet of weak humans who barely understood space travel. Commander Vark, a tall and thin Xynox alien, stood on the bridge of the flagship Oblivion. His gray skin shimmered under the lights of the control panels. His eyes, large and dark, were filled with amusement as he looked down at the blue planet below. "They are so small," he said to his first officer. "Look at their ships. Do they even know how to fight in space?" The first officer, a round-bodied creature with violet skin, chuckled. "No, Commander. They barely have enough firepower to defend their own orbit. It will be easy to teach them a lesson." Far below, on Earth, humans were watching too. In a low orbit station just above the atmosphere, Captain Luke Carter looked at the alien fleet through a reinforced observation window. The ships were huge, far larger than anything humans had ever built. His stomach tightened, but his expression stayed calm. He had seen enough in simulations to know that appearances could be deceiving. "Commander Carter, they are moving closer," said Lieutenant Sarah Bell. She pointed at the blinking screens showing alien ship formations. Her voice was steady, but her hands moved quickly across the control panel, checking every reading. Luke nodded. "Let them come. They think we are weak. That is exactly what we want them to think." Sarah raised an eyebrow. "We are pretending to be weak, sir." "Yes," Luke said. "They see our small patrol ships and think we have nothing else. But the truth is, the real fleet is hidden. If they attack now, they will regret it." He turned away from the window and walked down the narrow corridor of the station. Crew members passed him, each focused on their tasks, unaware of the full secret. Earth had been preparing quietly for decades. No one outside the inner circle knew the truth. Humanity had learned to hide its strength, to make the galaxy underestimate them. In orbit, the alien ships laughed, though no human could hear it. The Xynox were confident, and their confidence was dangerous. Vark had studied human history. They had survived wars on their planet, yes, but they had no interstellar experience, no massive fleets, no advanced weapons. At least, that was what he believed. "Prepare to broadcast a warning," Vark ordered. "Tell them to surrender. Let them see how powerful we are." "It will amuse me to watch them squirm." A screen lit up, showing Earth's orbit. The message appeared in dozens of alien languages, demanding that humans lay down their defenses. It was meant to scare, to show dominance. On Earth, the message flashed on every communication channel. Civilians stopped their work, staring at the sky, their eyes wide with fear. Some whispered, some prayed, but the military stayed calm. Luke Carter watched the transmission, and he allowed a small smile. "They think they can scare us. They don't understand that fear can be used as a weapon too. If we act afraid, they will come closer, and that will be their mistake." Sarah nodded. "We've trained for this, sir. All simulations show the same result." They will never expect what comes next. Across the planet, news channels broadcast images of the alien fleet. People in cities looked up at the sky, seeing the shadows of ships moving like predators. Panic rose, but governments quickly reminded citizens to stay calm. No one revealed the full truth. Only a few humans knew the scale of what was hidden in secret docks and asteroid bases. Thousands of advanced ships, ready to defend Earth. Meanwhile, alien analysts on the Oblivion scrolled through data about human technology. They noted the slow speed of the patrol vessels, their weak shields, their small weapons. "They are hopeless," Vark said. "We can take them apart one by one without effort." One of the alien lieutenants, a green-scaled officer named Creel, leaned close to Vark. "Commander, reports say humans are building something larger, something we have not seen. Could this be true?" Vark laughed. "Do not let hope fool you, Creel. Everything we have observed shows they cannot match us. Even if they are building something secret, it will be too little, too late. On Earth, Luke and Sarah went to a secure communications room. There, they spoke with the hidden fleet commanders, people who had trained for this day for years. Captain Lucy Hayes, a woman with short brown hair and calm eyes, monitored the hidden fleet's positions from a distant asteroid base. "All units stay in position," she said. "Do not engage yet. Let them come closer. Wait for the signal." Luke nodded. "We will not panic. We will not fight like they expect. We will use their arrogance against them." For days, the aliens hovered near Earth, making minor maneuvers, showing off their firepower. They tested human defenses, launching probes that were easily shot down. Each time, Vark laughed, enjoying the performance of a species he considered weak. But humans were watching everything carefully. Every probe that was destroyed, every small skirmish that happened in orbit, was part of a larger plan. Luke and his team knew exactly how the aliens thought, and they planned to turn that thinking into a trap. In one command room, young Lieutenant Jack Harper reviewed the alien fleet's movements. He pointed at the screen. "Sir, they're forming a wedge formation. Classic Xynox tactic. If they continue this, they will expose the left flank of their main ships." Luke smiled. "Exactly. That is where our first strike will come from. They do not expect humans to think ahead like this. They think we react, not plan." Sarah leaned over Jack's shoulder. "It's amazing, sir. They really believe we are weak. I have never seen a species so confident in its own strength." "That confidence will be their undoing," Luke said softly. Meanwhile, on the Oblivion, Vark continued to gloat. "Prepare the first attack," he said. "I want them to feel the might of the Xynox fleet. It will be over quickly." As the alien ships moved into attack positions, Luke gave quiet orders to his fleet. Hidden in asteroid fields in cloaked orbital docks, humans waited. They had trained for this moment for decades. Every ship, every pilot, every weapon system was ready. Even though Earth appeared small and weak, it had something no alien could fully understand: human determination, creativity, and the ability to adapt quickly under pressure. These qualities had allowed humans to survive countless disasters, and they had been honed for this very moment. On the observation deck of the orbital station, Luke watched the alien ships grow larger in the viewport. He felt a mix of tension and excitement. "They think they are looking down at prey," he said to Sarah. "But we are the hunters now." Sarah smiled, understanding exactly what he meant. The humans were about to prove that size, speed, and raw power were not everything in space combat. Skill, strategy, and courage mattered just as much. The alien fleet continued to advance, their weapons glowing faintly as they prepared to fire. Vark's voice echoed through the communication system. "Earthlings, surrender now or face destruction." Luke shook his head. "We will not surrender," he said firmly. "We will show them who we are." As the first alien ships reached the edge of Earth's orbit, humans on the hidden bases checked their final systems. Pilots ran simulations one last time, engineers confirmed weapon alignment, and communications officers synced the fleet. Luke turned to Sarah. "Soon, the galaxy will learn the truth about humans. They have mocked us, laughed at us, and assumed we are weak. But they will see that appearances are deceiving." Sarah nodded. "And when they see, they will regret underestimating us." High above, the stars seemed to shine brighter over Earth, as if the planet itself was preparing for the battle to come. The humans knew the stakes were high, but they also knew one thing: they were ready. And the aliens, confident in their superiority, had no idea what awaited them. The first moves were about to be made, but humanity was not panicking. They were waiting, watching, and planning. They were small in the eyes of the galaxy, yes, but they were far from helpless. For every mocking alien word, for every sneer and laugh, humans had prepared. And soon, the galaxy would learn that the smallest planet could hold the most dangerous secrets. Captain Luke Carter looked out at the dark expanse, a calm fire in his eyes. "Let them come," he said. "Let them see what humans can do." And far below, on Earth, humans continued their work in silence, unaware of how close they were to shocking the galaxy. Days passed above Earth. The alien fleet stayed near the planet, testing human defenses and showing off their size. On the surface, people tried to live normally, but everyone could feel the tension. Even children stared at the sky, wondering if the stars could fall. On a hidden orbital station, Captain Luke Carter and Lieutenant Sarah Bell were busy. They watched alien movements and checked all communications. Each ship, each probe, each pattern mattered. Humans were small, but careful observation could give them an advantage. "Commander Carter," Sarah said, pointing at a holographic map, "the aliens are grouping in 3 main clusters. It looks like they are planning to attack from multiple directions." Luke studied the map. "That is what they want us to think," he said quietly. "They want to confuse us, but we have planned for this." Deep underground on Earth, the secret fleet waited. Thousands of human ships rested in asteroid bases and hidden orbital docks. They were not just small fighters. There were large cruisers, fast destroyers, and long-range sniper ships with precision weapons that could strike from millions of miles away. Every ship had advanced sensors and artificial intelligence to assist pilots in battle. Captain Lucy Hayes, sitting in the control room of one hidden dock, ran her hands over the control panels. "All units report readiness," she said. One by one the captains answered. "Ready, all systems green, weapons charged and locked." Lucy nodded. "Good. Maintain position and stay silent. Do not reveal your location until we give the order." Luke turned to Sarah. "We've spent decades hiding this. Every test, every exercise was a preparation. The aliens think they are superior, but superior thinking does not mean they can win." Sarah smiled. "They have never fought humans on this scale. They do not know what we can do." On the alien flagship Oblivion, Commander Vark grew impatient. "Why haven't they attacked? They are weak. They have no reason to hide." Creel, the green-scaled officer, looked nervous. "Sir, perhaps they are stronger than we thought. We have only seen their surface fleets." Vark laughed. "Do not be ridiculous. Their ships are slow, poorly armored, and weak. They cannot challenge us. Patience is for fools." But even as he spoke, small warning signals flashed across the control panels. Probes were being destroyed without any human ship being visible. Sensors detected energy bursts and small weapons discharges from unknown locations. "They are hiding something," Creel said, frowning. "We cannot see where it comes from." Vark waved his hand. "It is minor, small bursts. It cannot stop us. Prepare the first assault. I want Earth to surrender before we make them regret their foolishness." Back on Earth, Luke and Sarah reviewed the alien formations. "They are preparing a wedge formation," Luke said. "If they follow standard tactics, their main ships will leave a gap here and here." He pointed at the map. "That is where our first strike will come." Sarah's eyes widened. "We have enough firepower to destroy multiple ships at once," Luke nodded. "Yes, but it has to be perfect. Timing, coordination, and precision. One mistake and we could lose our advantage." The humans had prepared for this. Every pilot had trained in simulations for months. Every engineer had double-checked weapon systems. Every soldier had memorized alien tactics. Humans had learned the ways of the galaxy, but they had added something the aliens could not understand: creativity and adaptability. As the aliens moved closer, they continued to mock the humans. "Look at them," Vark said to his officers. "They do not even know how to organize a proper defense. Soon, they will beg for mercy." Creel glanced at the sensors. "Sir, I am detecting unusual energy readings in hidden sectors. It may be traps." Vark shook his head. "Traps? From humans? They cannot think that far ahead." But he could not ignore the strange readings. His fleet moved cautiously, though he refused to show fear. On Earth, Lucy Hayes prepared her fleet. "All ships switch to silent mode," she ordered. Engage cloaking where possible. Maintain formation but do not reveal your position. One of the captains asked, "Commander, what if they detect us?" Lucy smiled calmly. "They will not. Their sensors are strong, but we have hidden our energy signatures. They cannot find what they do not expect." Luke and Sarah monitored the situation. "The first strike will be small, precise," Luke explained. "We will hit a few key ships to confuse them. Then, as they react, the rest of the fleet will move in. By the time they understand what is happening, it will be too late." In orbit, alien ships moved closer, their massive weapons glowing faintly. Small probes scanned the atmosphere and space near Earth. Each time a probe approached, it vanished without warning, destroyed by unseen weapons. Vark frowned. "Why are the probes disappearing? This is unusual. Prepare scanning drones. Find the source." On Earth, Luke and Sarah exchanged a glance. "They are falling for it," Sarah said quietly. "Yes," Luke said. "Every probe destroyed is a victory without a battle. We are teaching them to underestimate us even more." Meanwhile, on Earth, engineers and scientists worked in secret. Lieutenant Jack Harper monitored energy grids and weapon systems. "All plasma torpedoes charged," he reported. "Targeting systems ready, fleet ready to deploy." Lucy Hayes spoke into her headset. "Confirm all ships are in position. Timing is critical. Wait for my command." As the aliens prepared to strike, Luke allowed himself a moment to think. They had studied human weakness for years, but they had never studied human determination. Humans had survived plagues, wars, and disasters on Earth. They had learned to adapt, to overcome, to survive. And now they had adapted to space combat. Sarah leaned close. "It is strange. They think we are simple, weak creatures. They have no idea what we are capable of." Luke nodded. "And that is the key. They must believe we are weak. Only then will their arrogance lead them into our trap." Back on the alien flagship, Vark ordered his fleet to advance. "Do not be cautious. We are stronger. We are faster. Let them see our power." But as they moved, energy bursts struck their smaller ships. Sensors went offline. Some ships were disabled without warning. Panic began to spread quietly among the lower ranks. "What is happening?" Creel asked. "Their ships are not visible, yet our ships are being damaged." "They must be hiding," Vark said angrily. "Find them, destroy them immediately." On Earth, the hidden fleet remained in position. The humans did not reveal themselves yet. They let the aliens move closer, letting their overconfidence grow. Every probe destroyed, every ship damaged was a small lesson. Luke watched the alien fleet carefully. "Soon," he said. "Soon they will be in range of our first real attack. Everything depends on timing. Everyone must move together. One wrong step and we lose our advantage." Sarah adjusted the controls. "I have never been more ready for anything in my life." "This is the moment we have trained for." Lucy Hayes spoke to her fleet. "Prepare to engage on my mark. Wait for the signal. Patience now will give us victory later." As the aliens advanced, their arrogance grew. They believed they had humans cornered, ready to be defeated. Vark laughed at the thought. "Soon they will kneel before us," he said. But hidden in asteroid fields and cloaked orbital docks, the humans waited. They were silent, patient, and ready. They had studied every alien tactic, every weakness, every habit. And now, the moment was near when their preparation would turn the galaxy upside down. On Earth, scientists worked quietly, monitoring power levels and energy distribution for weapons. Engineers checked the plasma conduits in the hidden fleet. Every detail was perfect. Every step had been calculated. Luke turned to Sarah. "It is strange to think we are waiting for them to make the first mistake. And yet it is the perfect plan. They will fall right into it." Sarah smiled. "They think they are predators, but we are the hunters." Far above, the stars sparkled. In the darkness of space, the alien fleet moved closer to Earth, unaware of the silent strength waiting to strike. Every ship, every human, every weapon was ready. The galaxy had mocked Earth, laughed at humans, and believed they were weak. But in the shadows, Humanity was preparing to show the galaxy what it truly meant to survive, to fight, and to win. And soon, the true power of Earth would be revealed. The alien fleet had moved closer to Earth, confident in their strength. Their massive ships cast shadows across the planet, and their lights blinked like stars in the black of space. Commander Vark on the Oblivion paced back and forth, watching the monitors. He could see the small patrol ships and assumed the humans were still weak. "Look at them," he said to Creel, his second in command. "They are hiding nothing. Soon they will beg for mercy. I cannot wait to see it." Creel frowned. "Sir, there are unusual readings from hidden sectors. Something may be waiting for us. Should we scan again?" Vark waved his hand dismissively. "They cannot have hidden anything large enough to matter. The humans are too small, too primitive. Do not let fear make you cautious." Far below in hidden orbital docks, humans were waiting. Every ship was ready, every system checked, every crew member alert. Captain Lucy Hayes ran final commands, her calm voice giving orders that moved like clockwork through the fleet. "All ships, weapons ready. Shields at maximum. Maintain formation. Wait for my mark." Lieutenant Jack Harper reviewed the alien formation again. "Commander Hayes, they are moving in wedge formation as expected. Their main ships are leaving a gap here." He pointed at the holographic display, "just as predicted." Lucy nodded. "Good. That is where we will strike first. Timing is everything. We cannot allow a single ship to escape." On the surface, Captain Luke Carter monitored the alien fleet. "Sarah, it is time. Begin deployment of our initial attack units. Let's show them that humans are not helpless." Sarah's fingers moved across the console. Small strike teams, equipped with fast, agile fighters and precision weapons, left their hidden positions. Cloaked and silent, they moved into position, approaching the alien wedge from unexpected angles. On the Oblivion, Vark noticed small ships moving near the edge of their formation. "What is that?" he barked. "Identify them." The sensors could not detect the cloaked human ships. Energy bursts from unseen sources hit several Xynox ships, disabling their engines. Panic spread among the lower ranks. "They are attacking from nowhere," Creel shouted. "We cannot see them." Vark's anger flared. "Impossible, scan harder, destroy whatever is out there." Meanwhile, in the hidden human fleet, Lucy Hayes and her captains coordinated the first strike. "Focus fire on the command wing," Lucy ordered. "Disable their engines and shields. Do not let them maneuver. Use precision attacks." The small human fighters darted through space, firing energy torpedoes and plasma bursts with incredible accuracy. Alien ships, massive and powerful, were hit again and again. Their shields flared and failed, one after another. On the Oblivion, alarms blared. Vark's confidence began to falter. "What is happening? These humans, their attacks are precise, coordinated, impossible." Luke Carter watched the battle unfold. "Sarah, we predicted this. Keep targeting their weak points. They will try to regroup, but it will be too late." Sarah nodded. Energy torpedoes launched. Repeat strikes on the damaged ships, shields failing on 2 vessels. The Xynox fleet tried to respond. They fired massive energy beams at the human ships, but the humans were fast and unpredictable. They weaved through space like fish in water, avoiding the attacks while continuing to hit critical points on alien vessels. Vark's voice was sharp now. "Concentrate fire. Target everything in their path." Creel leaned over the control panel. "Sir, we are losing too many ships. Their weapons are hitting our main fleet. They are stronger than we thought." Vark growled. "No, they cannot be. We are the strongest in the galaxy." But the humans were not relying only on strength. They were using intelligence, coordination, and cunning. Every attack was calculated. Every movement was designed to confuse and overwhelm the aliens. In the hidden fleet, Lucy Hayes directed a second strike group. "Flank their main ships. Hit the left wing now. Timing is perfect." The human ships moved like shadows, hitting the alien left wing with a combination of energy bursts and guided torpedoes. Shields failed, engines exploded, and several alien ships were sent spinning into space. Vark could hardly believe what he saw. How can this be happening? They are just humans. Luke Carter spoke calmly on his console. This is exactly what we planned. Their arrogance made them predictable, and now they are paying the price. Sarah smiled as she guided the next wave of strike teams. We are breaking their formation. Soon their main ships will be exposed. On the Oblivion, panic spread. Lower-ranked officers screamed orders, trying to cover the gaps, but every move was anticipated by the humans. Every retreat was blocked, every maneuver countered. Creel whispered to Vark, "Sir, they are not just fighting, they are controlling the battle." Vark's eyes widened in disbelief. "Impossible, they cannot control this fight, they are mere humans." But the humans were doing exactly that. They had studied the alien tactics for years, memorized their moves, and created strategies that used the aliens' own arrogance against them. The first real victory came when a small human strike team disabled the energy core of the lead alien cruiser. Without its energy, the ship could not fire its weapons or move properly. It drifted helplessly, a massive shadow tumbling through space. "Lead cruiser disabled," Jack Harper reported to Lucy Hayes. "The rest of their formation is exposed." "Good," Lucy said. "Prepare for the second wave. We will take out the remaining capital ships before they can regroup." Luke Carter watched the communications feed. "Sarah, launch the heavy strike group. Focus on the command ships. The moment we hit them, the battle will turn completely in our favor." On the alien side, Vark's voice was a mix of anger and disbelief. "We are losing control. Retreat. Regroup." But it was too late. The human fleet was moving with precision. The hidden cruisers emerged from cloaked positions, firing long-range plasma bursts that tore through alien shields. Destroyers moved in from unexpected directions, disabling engines and weapons systems. Creel shouted, "Sir, we are surrounded. They know our positions." "Our fleet is breaking apart." Vark slammed his clawed hand on the console. "No, humans cannot be this strong. They are supposed to be weak. We are the masters of the galaxy." But the humans were not just strong. They were smart, adaptive, and relentless. Each alien counterattack was met with a calculated response. Each attempt to flee was blocked by human ships in perfect coordination. Luke Carter allowed himself a small smile. "This is working perfectly. They never expected us to be this organized." Their arrogance was their weakness. Sarah checked the energy levels of their ships. All systems stable, shields at maximum, weapons ready for the next strike. "We can continue the assault without risk." Lucy Hayes directed the fleet to focus on remaining alien command ships. "Concentrate all firepower, take out their leaders. Once the command ships are down, the rest of their fleet will scatter." The alien fleet, once confident and mocking, was now in chaos. Ships were disabled, engines destroyed, shields failing, and energy bursts tearing through formations. Vark's orders came too late, and his own officers began to question his decisions. On Earth, Luke Carter watched the alien fleet crumble. "Sarah, they are finally realizing humans are not weak. They thought we were easy prey, and now they are learning the hard way." Sarah smiled. "It is almost too easy, but we must stay focused. One mistake now and it could turn against us." Lucy Hayes guided the fleet to strike one final blow. "Prepare all weapons. Fire on command ships simultaneously. Timing must be perfect." The human fleet unleashed a coordinated attack, hitting the remaining alien command vessels with precision torpedoes and plasma bursts. Explosions lit up space, shaking the remaining alien ships. Vark watched helplessly as his fleet fell apart around him. Creel fell to his knees. "Commander, what do we do now?" Vark's face was pale under the bridge lights. We retreat. We underestimated humans. We cannot defeat them today." On Earth, Luke Carter allowed himself to relax slightly. "The first strike is complete. We have shown them the strength of humanity, but the war is not over. We must remain ready." Sarah looked out at the stars. "They laughed at us. They mocked us. And now they will remember that humans are not to be underestimated." Lucy Hayes spoke into the fleet channels. "All units, regroup and maintain positions. The first wave is a success, but the enemy may still try to fight back. Stay alert." As the alien ships retreated, damaged and confused, humanity's secret was now revealed to the galaxy. The small blue planet had unleashed a hidden strength, a fleet that no one had expected. The galaxy had mocked Earth for its weakness, for its small size, for its primitive technology. But humans had shown that courage, intelligence, and coordination could defeat even the most confident enemy. Luke Carter turned to Sarah. "They thought they could scare us. They thought they could destroy us. Now they know that underestimating humans is the biggest mistake anyone can make." Sarah nodded. "And this is only the beginning." In the darkness of space, the stars shone brighter over Earth. The humans had struck first, with precision and skill. The galaxy had laughed at Earth, but now those laughs were replaced with fear, respect, and awe. For the first time in history, humanity had shown the universe that appearances could be deceiving. Strength was not always obvious, and intelligence, courage, and determination could turn even the smallest planet into a force that could shake the galaxy. The battle had begun. The humans had won the first strike. And the galaxy would never look at Earth the same way again. The galaxy had never seen humans fight like this. The alien fleet, once confident and arrogant, was now scattered and confused. Ships drifted helplessly through space, engines damaged, weapons offline, shields failing. Commander Vark could not believe what he saw. How is this possible?" Vark growled, pacing the bridge of the Oblivion. "They are just humans. Weak, slow, primitive humans. They should be easy to destroy." Creel, his second-in-command, shook his head. "Sir, our ships are being destroyed faster than we can react. Their coordination is incredible. They are controlling the battle." Vark slammed his claw on the console. "Impossible. No species can fight with such precision. Prepare a counterattack. Focus on their main ships." But the humans were already ready for this. Hidden in asteroid fields and orbital docks, the human fleet had anticipated every alien tactic. Captain Lucy Hayes watched her monitors calmly, guiding the fleet with perfect timing. "All units, maintain formation," she said. "The enemy will try to regroup. Do not let them. Strike hard, strike fast, and keep their attention divided." Lieutenant Jack Harper monitored alien communications. "They are panicking," he said. "Their orders are chaotic. They cannot coordinate their fleet properly." Luke Carter looked at the holographic display of the battle. "Good. Confusion is exactly what we want. Now we hit their remaining capital ships before they can organize again." Sarah Bell prepared a wave of fast strike ships. "They will not know where we are coming from." "Cloaked units ready, weapons locked," Lucy Hayes spoke into her headset. "All hidden units engage now, hit from multiple angles. Focus on engines and weapon systems, keep them off balance." The human fleet moved like shadows. Fast fighters darted between alien ships, firing energy bursts that disabled weapons and shields. Heavy cruisers fired long-range plasma torpedoes that tore through hulls. Alien ships tried to fight back, but they could not hit what they could not see. Every human strike was calculated, precise, and devastating. On the Oblivion, alarms rang constantly. Vark's face turned pale. How can they hit us from every direction? Their ships are everywhere. Find them, destroy them." Creel scanned the sensors. "Sir, we cannot detect them. They are invisible to our systems. Every move we make, they anticipate it. Our fleet is breaking apart." Vark's claws trembled on the console. "No, this cannot be. Humans cannot be this powerful." But they were. Every alien maneuver had been predicted, every attack countered. Humanity's secret fleet, once hidden, now controlled the fight. Luke Carter watched as the alien wedge formation collapsed. "Sarah, target their remaining command ships." Once they are down, the rest of their fleet will scatter, Sarah nodded. Weapons locked. Fire in 3, 2, 1 now. Energy bursts and plasma torpedoes struck the remaining alien leaders. Shields failed, engines exploded, and the huge ship spun helplessly. Vark's pride turned into panic. They are destroying our leaders," he shouted. "All ships retreat, fall back immediately." But it was too late. The human fleet had predicted every escape route. Fast fighters blocked exits, cruisers fired long-range strikes, and destroyers moved in to disable engines. One by one, alien ships were neutralized. Lucy Hayes directed the fleet. "Focus on the retreating ships. Keep them from escaping. Do not let them regroup. Destroy their mobility first, then their weapons." Jack Harper reported. "They are trying to flee, but their engines are being hit continuously. They cannot escape." Luke Carter allowed himself a small smile. "They thought they could run." They did not expect humans to control space like this. They will learn the hard way. Even the largest alien ships were no match for human coordination. Fast, precise, and adaptive, human pilots moved through the battlefield with skill that no alien machine could anticipate. Every strike was designed to disable without unnecessary destruction, showing efficiency and control. On the Oblivion, Vark's voice shook with anger. We cannot fight them. Pull back the remaining ships. Retreat to the outer systems." Creel looked at him, fear in his eyes. "Sir, retreat may not be possible. They have blocked our paths. Our fleet is falling apart." Luke Carter monitored the retreating alien ships. "Sarah, prepare the intercept teams. We cannot let them escape entirely. The galaxy must see that humans are not to be underestimated." The intercept units moved quickly. Fast strike ships darted around alien cruisers, firing at engines, shields, and weapons systems. Cloaked ships appeared suddenly behind the aliens, cutting off escape routes. Every alien ship that tried to flee was met with a human counter. Lucy Hayes gave calm orders. "Target the command ships first. Once they are neutralized, focus on the rest. Keep coordination tight. No human ship is to be lost unnecessarily." In the chaos, alien ships began colliding with each other. Panicked pilots made mistakes, engines failed, and massive explosions lit up space. Vark's arrogance had been his greatest weakness. He had underestimated humans, and now his fleet was crumbling before his eyes. Creel turned to Vark. "Sir, our fleet, it is almost gone. Only a few ships remain intact. We cannot fight them," Vark growled. "Then we retreat. The humans, they are not what we expected. They are too strong." Luke Carter watched as the last alien command ship tried to escape. "Sarah, finish it. The galaxy must see humans are in control." The final strike units moved with precision. Cloaked ships appeared suddenly on the flanks. Heavy cruisers fired concentrated plasma bursts, and fast fighters blocked every exit. The alien ship could do nothing. Engines destroyed, shields gone, weapons offline, it drifted helplessly. Lucy Hayes confirmed. "Target neutralized. The remaining ships are retreating or disabled. Humanity controls the battle." On Earth, people watched the stars. For the first time, humans had revealed the hidden strength of their planet. The secret fleet had controlled the fight, striking fear into the galaxy. Luke Carter spoke to Sarah. "They mocked us, laughed at us, called us weak. Now they know the truth. Humanity is not weak." Sarah nodded. "We planned every step. Every move was calculated. The galaxy is seeing what humans can do when they are united." Lucy Hayes addressed the fleet. "All units regroup. Maintain defensive positions. The aliens may try to return, but they will think twice before underestimating us again." Jack Harper smiled. "Sir, their command structure is destroyed. They will need weeks, maybe months, to regroup. Our strike was perfect." Luke Carter looked at the stars and allowed himself a moment to feel pride. "It is only the beginning. They will spread the news across the galaxy. Humans are not to be underestimated. We have won the first full battle, but we must remain vigilant." Even in retreat, the aliens were changed. "Vark, once arrogant and mocking, now feared the humans. Creel and the other officers were stunned. The Xynox had faced many species, but none had fought with the cunning, precision, and adaptability of humans. On Earth, engineers and scientists continued monitoring the hidden fleet. Weapons were recharged, shields restored, and repairs started immediately. Humans were not only powerful, they were organized, prepared, and ready for the next challenge. Luke Carter turned to Sarah. They underestimated humans because they did not understand us. Courage, intelligence, and coordination, these are our strengths. They cannot take that away from us. Sarah smiled. And now the galaxy knows. They mocked us, but they will never forget the blue planet. Lucy Hayes checked all units again. All ships accounted for, minimal damage, excellent performance. The first strike is a success, and humanity has proven its place in the galaxy. Luke Carter looked out at the stars and whispered, "They will come back, but next time they will think twice. Humans are not to be mocked. Humans are not to be underestimated. We have shown the first part of our strength. The rest will follow when needed." In space, the stars shone brightly over Earth. The humans had taken control of the battle. The aliens had learned a hard lesson. The galaxy had laughed at humanity, and now it had seen the truth. The battle was over for now. But humanity had proven one undeniable fact. They were clever, brave, and capable of defeating the strongest enemies in the galaxy. The universe would never look at Earth the same way again. And for the humans, this was only the beginning. The alien fleet retreated into the darkness of space, damaged and broken. Commander Vark on the Oblivion stared at the monitors, his hands shaking. His once proud fleet had been defeated by humans. Ships that he had considered weak had destroyed his strongest vessels. His arrogance had blinded him. They cannot be this strong," Vark said, his voice trembling. "They are just humans, small, weak, and primitive, and yet they defeated us." Creel looked at him, fear in his eyes. "Sir, we underestimated them. They planned, coordinated, and executed perfectly. They are not like any species we have faced." Vark growled. "We must retreat, save what is left. Humanity, humans are not to be underestimated." This day will haunt me forever. Far below, on Earth, humans watched the stars. The hidden fleet regrouped after the battle. Ships returned to their secret docks and asteroid bases. Systems were checked, weapons recharged, and minor repairs completed. Every human in command knew this was a historic moment. They had not just defended their planet, they had changed the galaxy's perception of humanity. Captain Luke Carter looked at the holomap showing the remaining alien ships. "Sarah, the enemy is retreating." "They will live, but they will never forget what they saw," Sarah Bell smiled. "We have shown them exactly what humans are capable of. The galaxy will spread the news. Humans are no longer weak." Luke nodded. "This is the first step. One battle does not make the galaxy respect us forever, but it is a start. They mocked Earth, laughed at our technology, and assumed we were defenseless. Now they will think twice." On board the hidden fleet, Captain Lucy Hayes reviewed reports from all strike teams. "Minimal damage to human ships," she said. "All units performed perfectly. Enemy command structures destroyed. Retreating ships are scattered. Humanity has proven its strength." Lieutenant Jack Harper looked at the display. "Sir, the remaining alien ships are sending messages to their home worlds. They are warning their allies. The news will travel fast. Everyone will know that humans are a serious threat." Luke Carter allowed himself a small smile. "Good. Let them spread the word. Let them fear what they do not understand. Fear will make them cautious next time, and caution is an advantage." Sarah leaned back in her chair. "They laughed at us, mocked our small fleets, and assumed we could be easily destroyed. They had no idea humans could plan this perfectly." Across the planet, humans celebrated quietly. Civilians had watched the stars, but few knew the full scale of what had happened. Governments kept most details secret, fearing panic, but the news of alien retreat could not be hidden. People cheered, hugged, and cried. For the first time in history, humanity had faced a powerful alien force and won. In the galaxy, the story spread quickly. Alien species who had once scoffed at Earth now looked with caution and respect. Commanders discussed what had happened, analyzing human tactics and strategy. Every report concluded the same thing. Humans were clever, brave, and unpredictable. Commander Vark returned to his home system, shaken and humiliated. He reported to the High Council of the Xynox. "We attacked Earth and we failed. The humans are not weak. They are dangerous and they are organized. We underestimated them and it was a grave mistake." The council listened in silence. For the first time, they realized that a species they had once mocked could challenge the strongest fleets in the galaxy. Back on Earth, Luke Carter stood on the observation deck of the orbital station. He looked at the stars and spoke softly. "They thought we were weak, they laughed at us, but now they know the truth. Humanity is not defenseless, humanity is strong." Sarah Bell joined him. "And the galaxy will remember it. Our small planet has made a statement: never underestimate humans." Lucy Hayes walked past, smiling. "The first strike was a success, but we must remain ready. They may return stronger and more cautious, but we will be prepared." Luke nodded. "Yes, we will be ready. But for now, humanity can take a moment to celebrate. We have defended our planet, hidden our strength, and proved that courage and intelligence can overcome even the greatest arrogance." Even the alien species that had mocked humans began to change their approach. Diplomats, generals, and scientists started to respect Earth. No longer could humans be ignored. The small blue planet was now a force to be reckoned with. Across the galaxy, other species whispered about the humans. "They fought with skill and precision," one alien officer said. "Their tactics are unlike anything we have seen. We cannot take them lightly." Another added, "They are unpredictable, clever, brave, and they work together in ways that defy logic. We must respect them." On Earth, the hidden fleet returned to silent readiness. Ships moved back into hidden docks, weapons recharged, and crews rested. Every human knew this victory was important, but they also knew the galaxy would continue to test them. Luke Carter spoke to the fleet commanders. "We have won this battle, but this is only the beginning. The galaxy will challenge us again. We must be ready, smarter, and stronger each time. But for today we have shown our true power." Sarah Bell looked at the stars, feeling pride and hope. "They mocked us, but they will never forget what they saw. Humanity has changed the galaxy's perception in one strike." Lucy Hayes spoke to the crew. "Remember this moment. Remember that we are capable of defeating the strongest enemies. Humanity has survived, and humanity will continue to grow stronger." In the days that followed, news of the battle spread across Earth. People in cities, towns, and villages looked at the stars differently. No longer was humanity alone and weak. Now, humans knew they were capable, brave, and clever. Schools taught about the victory, governments honored the fleet, and people everywhere felt a sense of pride that had never existed before. Humans had not only survived, they had triumphed. Across the galaxy, alien commanders warned their fleets to be cautious. The lesson of Earth was clear: never underestimate humans. Species that had once scorned Earth now approached with care, respect, and caution. Vark could not sleep. He had lost ships, credibility, and pride. He had thought humans were weak, but he had learned a painful lesson. Arrogance could be fatal when facing determination, intelligence, and courage. Meanwhile, Luke Carter walked on the surface of Earth for the first time since the battle. The planet felt peaceful, calm, and safe. For a moment he allowed himself to breathe, to feel pride, and to enjoy the knowledge that humanity had proven itself to the galaxy. Sarah Bell joined him. "We showed them what humans can do. The galaxy will never mock Earth again." Luke nodded. "Yes. And we will be ready for whatever comes next. Humans are clever, brave, and united. The universe cannot take that away from us." Lucy Hayes looked at the horizon, smiling. We have shown the galaxy that size and strength are not the only measure of power. Intelligence, planning, courage, and unity matter too, and humanity has all of those. In space, hidden fleets moved silently, ready for the next challenge. Every human ship, every pilot, and every soldier knew the truth. Earth was no longer a small, weak planet. Humans had proven they could fight, win, and survive against the strongest enemies. The galaxy had laughed, mocked, and doubted. But humans had proven the truth. They were not weak, they were not defenseless, and they were not to be underestimated. Luke Carter looked up at the stars one last time. Today, humanity has made its mark. Today, the galaxy knows that the smallest planet can hold the strongest secrets. We are humans, and we will never be underestimated again. Sarah smiled. And from now on, every species will remember that. Lucy Hayes nodded. Yes, Earth has shown its strength. Humanity will continue to grow, to learn, and to protect its place in the galaxy. No one will ever forget what we did today. The stars shone brightly above Earth. For the humans below, it was a moment of triumph, pride, and hope. They had defended their planet, defeated a superior enemy, and changed the galaxy forever. The aliens who once mocked them now knew the truth. Humans were clever, brave, and capable of great power. The galaxy had changed its view of Earth, and humanity had earned its place among the stars. Even as the aliens retreated, planning their next moves, the humans had one thought in common. They had proven themselves. They had shown the galaxy what humans were capable of, and from now on, no one would ever doubt their strength. Luke Carter, Sarah Bell, and Lucy Hayes stood together, looking at the stars. The battle was over, the victory was theirs, and the galaxy had seen the truth. Humanity was strong, humanity was clever, and humanity had taken its first true step into the larger universe. The blue planet was no longer alone. The humans had revealed their hidden strength, and the galaxy had no choice but to take notice. And in that moment, humanity had become more than just a species on a small planet. They had become a force to be reckoned with, forever changing the balance of power in the galaxy.